Welcome to Small Arms Solutions. Today we're looking at the Savage MSR-15. Now, not too long ago, maybe 6 months or so ago, I did a review on the Savage MSR-10 in 7.62 NATO. And I had to say I was very, very impressed with it. The MSR-10 was not just somebody else's upper and lower receiver they slapped together and threw the Savage name on it. It was actually a redesigned, specifically AR-10 type rifle with a proprietary upper and lower bolt carrier group. It was sort of a smaller, I guess you want to call it more like an AR-12. It was sort of in the middle there. It was not a full-size AR-10 type rifle. And I was really surprised because you expect Savage, they were more recently into the AR market, which obviously if you can't beat them, you join them. So a company that was pretty much known for bolt action rifles and such is now making modern sporting rifles. But today I actually got my hands on one of the MSR-15s, and I have to say, like the MSR-10, I was rather impressed with the fit and finish of the overall rifle. What you see here is a basic rifle. You're going to get MSRP of $994 on it, so it's not going to break the bank. But what you're getting is a really, really nice rifle with a lot of very, very nice features. So I think we're going to jump right into this. Looking at stock here, we have a Blackhawk AX-10M, which is a very, very nice stock. You do have a butt pad on here as well as two QD points. It's adjustable from the front, back and forth. It does go very easily. You have a 6-position receiver extension. Now, if you look at the upper and lower receivers, they're a 7075 T6 aircraft aluminum, manufactured from forgings. So you have a really nice fit between them. Notice we do have the forward assist. We do have the fire cartridge case deflector as well as the ejection port dust cover. If you look at the pistol grip that we have on here, this is also a Blackhawk. This would be their Knox or KNOXX model. Now the trigger we got on here is a nickel boron. Basically you have the hammer, trigger, and disconnector all coated nickel boron, which gives you a little bit more of a smooth pull on it. We have a standard type safety on here. Standard bolt catch, standard magazine release, but you can see the sculpture of this is quite different. Now the barrel we have on here is pretty interesting as well. We have a 16.1 inch barrel. It is a 5R barrel, match barrel, 5R, with an A2 compensator. The finish we have on here is the Melanite QPQ finish. Now this is the new finish of the day. This is what a lot of companies are using right now. I haven't got enough experience on them yet to say how I feel about them versus the cold hammer forged with the chrome plated boring chamber. The handguard we have on here is M-Lock 1913 rail. Now for the overall weight, we have a 7 pounds. The length with the stock closed is 33.5 inches and with extended is 36.75 inches. It does come with the backup sights that you see out here as well. The rear sight has some remnants of the Matok backup sight. Instead of having the bomber type adjustment, you have a standard adjustment over here for windage only. We do have a standard charging handle on here. Now the scope that I have on here is the SIG Bravo 4 power. This is a scope I hear from everybody all the time that it's huge, but I have to say I like it. If you look at the size of this compared to an Elcan, they're about the same size. You have a lit reticle. You have a 1913 rail on top if you want to put a smaller like MRO type or a smaller holographic on there that's not magnetized. The 4 power is ideal for a combat rifle. The fact that you pull the rifle up really, really quickly, you get an immediate sight picture, where if you start going above 4 power, you have to make sure you have your head placed properly on the stock. So overall, I think it's an excellent scope. If you can deal with the size, which I don't have an issue with, it's a very, very good combat scope. Now looking in the inside, we have a standard buffer, 3 steel weights. We have a mil-spec bolt carrier group on here, which is chrome-plated inside the bolt carrier and inside the carrier key. Looks like it's a basic mil-spec type M16 type bolt carrier. We do have M4 feed ramps on both the barrel extension as well as the upper receiver. And the finish we have on this rifle is a standard mil-spec hard-coat anodized black. It's got a matte black to it. It's not the shiny black. As we can see, they've got into the current technology of using the M-Lock rails on here. Then what we're going to do now is take this to the range and we're going to see how it shoots. Overall impressions are very, very good for this rifle. We had no malfunctions. This rifle was properly gassed. I do like the fact that this sucker did have a mid-length gas system on it, which definitely was is a reliability enhancement. You know, I only shot this at 50 yards. I didn't really have extra 100 yards that day. It was a little wet out there. And we were still shooting, maybe an inch to inch and a quarter at 50 yards. The ammunition I used was the SIG 77 grain OTM. I used Black Hills Mark 262, as well as some of the SIG 55 grain full metal jacket. Compatibility with magazines, everything I put through it that functioned with fine. Now, if you're looking to get into a rifle that's not a lot of money, you say you want to stay under $1,000, this is certainly one that I would recommend, and I have no problem recommending it. It is very, very well made, just like the MSR-10 was. The MSR-10 now just came out in 6.5 Creedmoor, which I'm hoping to get my hands on one of those to do a little bit of a review on as well. This is definitely a new direction that Savage is going in, and hopefully they'll be successful in it. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment. If you enjoyed this, please click like, please subscribe, and even better, share. And please consider donating on our Patreon. Thank you very much.